Anthony on Air Podcast back for another episode. Frankie C is in the house. You look good,
What's
my
up?
man.
Thank
This
you,
new?
sir.
I just noticed this.
It's laziness. It's not shaving.
I
That's
like
all
it.
that is.
I like it a lot. We got a Ghislaine Maxwell update for you. We've got a Brian Laundrie possible weapon. We'll talk about it. Dog the Bounty Hunter coming back in that story, too. Signs of water discovered in a distant galaxy. Will Smith admits to wanting to end it. I don't know. I give myself a 9.5. I don't know if I got that all out clean.
I think we understood it.
The Sopranos ending again. And speaking of again, Pete Davidson strikes again, involved with KK, Kim Kardashian.
Strikes again.
Yeah, he's just been bagging these beautiful women. Jay Sabs will be along to discuss that shortly. By the way, let's talk about Ghislaine Maxwell. We got an update on her. One new, one old. Bobby Sternheim, her attorney, is her famous bulldog. This is the one that's going to make it all happen. Lead attorney here, Frankie C. She's basically singing the same old song again. This is the old. I'll give you the new in a second. But she's basically saying now that the conditions in which Ghislaine is being held is basically she's liking it to Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs.
His cell was pretty clean.
Yeah, I was gonna
As far
say.
as I remember.
I always and it was all glass. I thought it was very futuristic, actually. Kind of nice.
And it wasn't it was bigger than I thought it should be.
Right.
For a serial face eater.
Right. Serial face.
Whatever the hell he did.
She made the comparison in a final last-ditch effort to get the accused sex trafficker sprung on bond before her trial begins, which is literally at the end of this month now. Can you believe it? We're here.
I remember, I feel like just yesterday we were going, man, we got months until we have to get to this thing, and now it's a couple weeks.
Here. Make sure you're subscribed if you're interested to see what happens to Ghislaine Maxwell. She continues to face sleep deprivation, they say. She's under constant surveillance, other harassment carried out by guards at the Metropolitan Detention Center. This is all according to Sternheim, who wrote a motion for consideration for bond. She says, quote, the surveillance rivals scenes from Dr. Hannibal Lecter's incarceration as portrayed in the movie Silence of the Lambs.
I like that they referred to him as doctor.
Yeah.
That was nice of them.
Very formal of her, right?
Could have just said Hannibal Lecter.
Yes. Yeah. Miss Maxwell is subject to numerous pat searches per day, despite being completely isolated, during which she alleged to have been touched inappropriately by corrections officers on multiple occasions. She declines recreation time to avoid being searched, which has negatively impacted her physical health. This is the new bit. In one particular humiliating instance, Sternheim wrote, Maxwell was shackled and forced to crawl on her hands and knees into a van when being transported from the MDC to the Manhattan Federal Court earlier this week.
How do you crawl into a van? Up a ramp?
I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe she couldn't handle the walking, so she was crawling. I don't know how that makes any sense, but supposedly the shackles and arm restraints prevented her from raising her feet to enter the van upright, requiring her to climb into the van on her hands and her knees.
That's what shackles do. They restrict your movement.
Yeah. Also, if you're like a huge klutz face,
Yeah, but I understand. Like if you can't separate your legs, like one leg higher than the other, like more than this, then because of the shackles, you're not going to be able to step up into the van. I get that. So
I can't do that anyway, and I don't have shackles on. I'm just
I can definitely do that. Is that why you made me come in right now?
The pro of the shackles, right here.
Janine,
and lifting your leg higher than.
You want to have a leg lift off right now?
Didn't need to see that turkey leg.
I'm out of commission now. I'm gonna need it.
Yikes.
This isn't my OnlyFans, so I can't do that on here.
Yeah, you got to pay.
Let me see you do it, Frank. How high could you get higher than me right now?
Well, you get it up there. Look at that.
Holy shit!
Wow.
You're forgetting.
I don't think that's really your leg. That looked like a prop leg.
I got my wife
did look
laying
like
on
a
the
fake
floor.
leg.
My wife's laying on the floor here. She sticks her legs up.
Damn, Frank.
That would be hysterical.
So many things I could say, but I'm not gonna.
Frank was a high school hockey goalie, so he's got some
flexibility.
I used to be able to do a full split. I can't do that anymore.
That's right. I do remember that.
Oh my God.
For a long time.
Okay.
I do remember the
Lucky
split.
wife. Lucky wife. Why is like? Can I ask you something? Like, why is that like a turn on for guys? Because
Flexibility.
then, and it's not like a girl is gonna do a split on your penis.
Says you.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't get that too. I also don't get, although I appreciate the athleticism in some of the strippers' moves, I don't see how many of those are sexy either.
They're not. I don't think. Well, obviously, I'm not a guy, but some of the things that they do is more. It's not sexy. It's more like, oh wow, you could do that. You
like
know
they're
what I
putting
mean?
on a show, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It's not.
Yeah.
They're not like up there simulating. They're just moving. They're dancing.
You want
For
to
the
bet?
most part. Right. Okay.
I gotta tell you
No,
something too.
no, those moves I can do.
I don't want to hurt feelings, but that you need some.
That was
That
a
needs
little
some
act.
work.
That was a little
What was that?
what's it called?
Stroke, like you were having
Dramatic.
A stroke? Oh.
Dramatic
You
Out of
were,
the game for a while.
stroke.
you were over embellishing.
A little bit.
Okay.
Full show at your OnlyFans.
Exactly. Link below.
Let's talk about Brian Laundrie. Couple things here with him. One.
Wait a minute. Did they ever say how he died?
No.
A cop in Sarasota thinks it was suicide, but we'll get to it.
Okay.
I'm gonna,
Sorry, I wasn't sure.
no, it's okay. Here's one thing though. This is a headline, and I haven't read the article yet. It was just one of those. We have to talk about this just based off the headline. Dad throws Brian Laundrie themed party for daughter's first birthday.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Wait. For whose daughter's first birthday?
For his daughter's first birthday. We're gonna get to the weapon thing in a second. But
Brian Laundrie's sister?
no,
No.
a dad, a
Oh,
father.
a dad. I thought you meant Brian Laundrie's dad. I'm
No,
sorry.
decided to throw a Brian Laundrie themed buffet party for
What
his
the
daughter's first birthday.
hell
Now-
does that mean?
That is one for the books. Okay.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
He had a skeleton lying on the table that was covered in pancetta, which
Oh.
I think that's really prosciutto. That's what they mean by that. Gummy worms appeared to be in the skeleton's eyeballs and mouth, while there was a selection of cheese and crackers scattered on a black tablecloth. The name Brian
Ooh.
Laundrie was scrawled on a black chalkboard standing next to the skeleton.
Oh, so it was like a Halloween themed thing, and they just
Yeah.
made it.
He
I should have
wrote
done
on-
this for my husband's
Still.
40th. Go ahead.
The dad
Fucking
wrote,
now I'm mad. Now I'm mad. Go
the
ahead.
dad wrote on Facebook, "We did this for our daughter's first birthday. If you don't like it, that's fine. We all thought it was funny, and I would understand if I'm no longer going to be a part of this group." He posted it in a group.
Was he kicked out of the group?
Well, it was an Aldi, you know the store Aldi?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like an First of all, the fact that Aldi has like a fan
Yeah, no.
group is weird to me.
And what does that have to do with Aldi's?
Because
He probably bought the stuff from there.
right, exactly.
Oh, I
He
thought
did
it was a
it all-
clothing store.
He did it all with Aldi food.
Oh. I thought Aldi's was a clothing place.
Aldo was a shoe store.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right? Yeah,
Mhm.
Right.
different kind of pancetta there.
So that's, I mean, I don't know if I would want to mark my daughter's first birthday, a very important occasion, with that. You know, that's just a little, I don't know, bad taste.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of strange overall.
That's innovative, though. You gotta admit.
Oh, the
Well,
skeletons, you know, if it's like a
great.
Halloween theme, great. But the whole, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a prude.
It just seems weird. Like if I rolled into okay, first of all, if Janine did that for her husband, okay, funny, I get it. But if everybody's gathered around for the first birthday party for the kid, it's like, what does this have to do with a child? Like this is what the kids.
Yeah, you gotta take pictures and stuff.
Yeah, like this kid's gonna grow up and
Oh,
get
I like
married,
it.
and their spouse is gonna be like, "What was this? What was this picture?"
Oh, this was a scumbag who
Yeah.
killed his girlfriend and then killed himself. And oh, thanks. What?
Right. Like, do you
What?
think Do you like? I think Gabby will be remembered, but do you think anybody's going to remember the name Brian Laundrie in like 10, 15 years? I don't think so.
Not in a positive way. If obviously we don't know the full story yet, but what it seems to be is that he is responsible for the death. So until anything else comes out, that's what we think.
Look at Frank avoiding a lawsuit like a
Yeah,
fool.
really.
I gotta cover our ass here.
Okay,
Somebody
he did
has
it.
to.
I'll say it.
Gotta. But we're waiting. We're waiting for the full report. We don't know how. I mean, you're saying there's a weapon now that Brian Laundrie had there's a possible weapon found with him?
Well, yeah. You want to get to that part of the story?
I'm ready.
So police are investigating. They're holding on to a gun that was found in the area where Dog the Bounty Hunter was searching for Brian Laundrie.
That's a long ways away. Or no? I mean, I don't think it was close.
Well, no, because this was. Remember when he went to that Fort DeSoto Park? Brian,
Yeah.
Dog the Bounty Hunter, and it was relatively. He had been there, Brian, with his family, and that's why Dog was there searching. Same way they were in the Carlton Reserve searching.
All right.
Essentially for the same reasons. So in that area, where they found a gun, and that's what they're holding on to right now. It's become evidence.
It could very well be. The thing is, it's relatively far away from the body.
Well, hold on. It was found by a fisherman. It looks like it was underwater. It was supposedly in a Publix shopping bag.
Whoa.
Found by this guy, Christopher Sacco. He says him and his friends were fishing near a playground area at the park. He thought he had reeled in a large fish. When he pulled it up, he realized it was a gun. He called the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office to report it. They say that the police have the gun currently right now.
I mean, depending how far away the gun is to where they found Brian Laundrie, it could be anybody's gun. It could be just a random find.
It could be anybody's gun. Yeah,
That's what she said.
it could be anybody's gun. But they said it was in the exact area where Dog was. And again, if he was acting on like a tip.
Yeah, no, I get that. But what I'm saying is, if the gun was Brian Laundrie's, the fact that they're so far apart means that they, I mean, again, I don't know how far apart they are, but he would have had to have used it, and then they both, the gun or his body, drift in different directions.
Yeah, no, I don't think he used this gun to kill himself, but I think the possibility is he had the gun, he was at this place, and as he was moving and on the run and wound up, where he was. Yeah, I don't think it was he used that. That was the gun that did him in. That doesn't make sense. That gun would have had to travel quite a bit of ways.
Right. It wouldn't be it wouldn't be a murder weapon. Gabby was not killed by a gun.
Correct. Yeah, correct.
So, I mean, why would you get rid of it unless it was empty? Why would you get rid of it? I mean, if you're planning on staying in the wild, at least use it to, if you have to fend off animals or whatever.
Well, yeah, that maybe he dropped it. Maybe he, lost it.
Maybe dropped it, lost it. Yeah, that's true. Or maybe it's not his. Could very well be just someone else's.
Could be some other nut bars down in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big assumption, but not really because it's Florida.
There's a lot of, from what I understand, a lot of guns flying around down there.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess we'll know because I'm sure they'll be able to get some sort of prints or something off of it in the next couple of days. So
maybe
we'll hang with that and find out for sure. Jumpstart Coffee Company, proud sponsor of this podcast. Want to thank them for being on board. By the way, the great reviews continue. You need some Jumpstart Coffee Company.
What's going on down there?
Jeez,
that was a big yawn.
That I need some coffee.
Yeah, don't let us keep you up. siesta.
Credit Bird who sent this in to me. Here's Bird. Showing off
Nice.
her Jumpstart Coffee Company. There she is. Look at that.
Which one is that? Oh, the medium roast. Nice.
Oh.
Wet medium roast on it. Loving it.
Way to go.
By the way, stinks. Listen to what Bird said. I got the goods. The eagle has landed. How did we not fucking think of the eagle has landed for Jumpstart Coffee Company? Look at their fucking logos, like a big eagle.
Oh.
How did we not think of that? I mean, I don't know if Bird is in marketing or entertainment, but she beat us all out on the best fucking.
Well, her name is Bird.
Right. Bird. Bird's a word.
Yeah.
She's got to step up on us already. She's thinking
Yeah.
birds all the time.
So I appreciate the support, Bird. I know Jumpstart Coffee Company appreciates the support, and I know the Navy SEAL Foundation appreciates the support. So those are the three entities that you are supporting when you purchase your Jumpstart Coffee Company, which you can save 15% using the promo code AOA15. Medium roast there. Frank's on the medium roast. I'm on a dark roast trip right now. I'm flip-flopping. I'm all over the place. I'm like Virginia.
I go
One-
back and forth.
One day I'm this side, and one day I'm the
My
next side. It
God.
just depends on where it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's me. Greatest coffee I've ever had, though. Great coffee, great cause. Order some Jumpstart Coffee Company right now, and like I said, it will help us keep the podcast going, and of course, the Navy SEAL Foundation and everything else. 50% of their proceeds go over to the Navy SEAL
Ooh.
Foundation.
Good
Quite
stuff.
lovely. Quite lovely. Signs of water discovered in a distant galaxy.
Sweet.
That's a long ass title.
It is a long ass title.
We had
Listen.
a really long one in the last episode, but this.
That's what she said.
Okay.
Signs of water were detected in a galaxy 12.88 billion light years from Earth. This
Sure.
is the most distant detection of H2O yet.
All right.
I love
Cool.
this saying, though. You ready for this? Astronomers have been studying a galaxy called SPT 0311-58. I don't know who's naming
Bye.
galaxies, but
That is catchy.
I'm going to
Thanks.
yawn again.
they say that this galaxy is from the early universe.
Well,
What?
It would have to be
Early.
What does that even mean?
because it's 12 point whatever billion light years away,
Yeah.
meaning the time it took for the light to get to us, that galaxy could be gone or moved already, or that's what it looked like 12 point whatever
I don't even
billion
know.
years ago.
I don't
This
know what that means.
idea of distance and time being the same, like, is fascinating to me.
It is.
You ready
Yeah,
for this?
so you go ahead.
Wait, distance and time are the same. Wait, what?
No, they're related.
They're related because they measure distance by the amount of time it takes light to travel through it. You want me to do that again?
You know what? Fuck it. I'll just stick to Star Wars.
So
That's even
It's-
more confusing.
it's 12 billion light years away, meaning if we look at it right now, it's what it looked like 12 billion years ago.
Actually, no,
Like-
that's
like-
incorrect.
Yeah, that's correct.
Well, I don't know. According to this, they say because it's 12.88 billion light years from Earth, but
Right.
they say that the light they observed is from when the universe was 780 million years old. Oh, okay. So I guess it could be true what you just said.
Well, if it's 12 billion light years away,
How do they know the universe was 780
Oh,
million
God.
years old?
No, see, no, I don't have
because
no
it's
clue.
always expanding, and you just do the calculations on when all of it was in one spot, and then the Big Bang, boom, everything's apart. So the speed that everything's expanding, you just reverse it and figure out how long it would take for everything to come into the one.
Sure, if you believe in that.
Okay. You know what? Me and Janine look dead now, but wait till the Pete Davidson, Kim Kardashian segment. We're gonna come alive.
You guys are gonna shine.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna be
mean,
our
like,
time.
That's got to be soon. You better watch out,
And
okay?
Frank's gonna be sitting there all quiet and confused.
Mm.
Yeah. So seven.
You all right down there?
You're right there, Jay Sams.
We done?
Jeez.
You good?
Wow. See, once we start talking about Pete Davidson, that's what happens.
Oh, all right.
I just had
They
an
sound-
orgasm. That's why that happened.
Oh, got it. They found evidence of a number of molecules that is a combination of atoms. The team discovered simple molecules like water and carbon monoxide. But I hope they have their carbon monoxide detectors up to date there. That would be tragic if they didn't.
Right.
No clue.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean
lost
that
me.
there's life, but it's a good sign that there could be.
Water usually means some form of life, doesn't it? I mean,
Maybe. I mean, it could. There's water, frozen water on Mars. It doesn't mean there's life there.
yeah. I like to think there is, and I like to think this is perfect timing because we got Demi Lovato to make sure that the people from this area aren't.
We're not dicks to the
Exactly.
extraterrestrials.
Exactly. I do love the Will Smith Jada Pinkett saga. You know.
Oh, I saw some of this today.
Yeah. So again, just judging by title, I grabbed this one. I haven't read the article yet, so J Sabs, I hope you can contribute here. But I just, from my perspective of this, it's like, hey, there's some rumors that things aren't going well between Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith, and then like years later, it became like, oh, something really is going on here between these two. Then it was, oh, we have an unusual relationship that people won't understand. Then it was, we have an open relationship, and now it's, oh, I was contemplating killing myself a while ago. It's like, well, of course, your wife is banging some like rapper guy, you know.
Yeah, but if they're, I mean,
Not that Will Smith isn't a rapper himself, but I'm saying she was
Right.
she was
Don't you
banging
forget that, okay?
like a young up and coming stud rapper guy.
if that's the agreement,
Now, this is a story all about how my. Sorry, I know every fucking word to that song. Yeah,
If
now
you-
you want to quiz me, Frank?
I'll quiz you. So if that's the agreement, I mean, you can't be pissed off if that's what you guys agreed upon. If you don't like it, renegotiate.
Yeah, you know what?
Call a
I
meeting.
think he's scared of her. I think
Yeah,
he's been
maybe.
scared of her for a long time. Even though like he's the winner, obviously.
So and so the article goes on to say it has more to do with his self-image and
Mm-hmm.
you know, like his weight and everything like that. Like this guy has been in amazing shape his entire fucking like
Yeah.
that's bullshit.
Well,
I
that
also-
could be
yeah.
why. You don't just because you're in amazing shape doesn't mean you're not self-conscious about the way you look. You put on if you're in amazing shape and you put on 5 pounds, you're gonna be like, "Holy shit, I gotta take this weight off there." But you know, there's people that look at it and go, "I don't look good." You know,
Mm-hmm.
they're used to looking 100%. If they drop a little bit, you know,
Plus
yeah.
the rumor about him anyway. So
Oh, that he's gay?
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I forgot to include that in my whole thing. There's a rumor that he's gay.
Yep.
Okay.
I definitely think that could be true. Just, I mean, like, I know this sounds weird, but the interactions that he's had with Jason Derulo, it's very strange. And I think Jason Derulo could be too. There was also a rumor about that too, but I agree with that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It could be.
Most definitely.
I mean, I think mostly it comes from the fact that his wife was banging some other dude.
Yeah, but he was scared of her though.
Do you think she was banging another guy because he's gay? But they have like 4 kids.
Yeah,
Not to say
that's
that
okay.
he could still be gay and they have 4
Exactly.
kids. I'm just saying that's a lot of.
Yeah, you never know. That doesn't mean you have to be, you know, doesn't mean you have to be gay, just not, or it doesn't mean that you're straight. It doesn't, you know, they could just not have a good, you know, thing going. You know.
Look, maybe he's gay. Maybe she just
whatever.
cheated on him. I don't know what it is, but this guy was not fucking suicidal over being 4.5 pounds overweight. I'm sorry. It's just, I refuse to believe that. It's a hell of a lot easier to tell people you were suicidal over something that you weren't really suicidal over, to kind of get that feeling out there of like, I'm admitting to this because,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, maybe. You don't know. It could be. Listen, I'm not saying it was 4 pounds. Could have been. He could have put on 20 pounds. He could have put on 30. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But people.
I'm not
telling
buying
you,
it. Janine,
body-
you buying it?
No. I think because he's gay and he doesn't want to admit it to everyone.
Yeah, but you know what though? I think it's not because I think he's not gay because I think if he was gay and his wife wanted an open relationship, that would be easier for him, would it not
Yeah,
be? He
but
can then be his gay self, put the facade on, and be.
you don't know what she threatened him with. That's the only thing. All the money that he made.
What is
I don't know.
I mean, a divorce maybe, but.
Well, that's what I mean. Threatening to take away.
He could easily make it all back if he wanted to.
Or maybe she knew who he was banging for years, secret people in Hollywood, and she wanted to out him and the rest of the people. Boom, I got it done.
There it is. I believe we could move on to the next topic.
I think so.
This one is
covered it all.
Is in the bag.
Please let it be Pete
Davidson. If Will Smith is watching, if Will Smith is what, we don't care if you're gay. You're still an awesome actor.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. I don't think anybody cares if he's gay.
Does not matter.
Men in Black movie is one of the best series ever. Go ahead, hate me. No, don't at me. Don't at me.
Not series, but movies. Like the first movie is great.
But I worry about Will Smith. I'm going on the record. I don't think that guy's making it to like 85. I don't think he's dying of natural causes.
No?
No. I think he is going to either kill himself, or she's going to kill him, or some jealous boyfriend is going to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
This is dark. This is getting dark.
I know, right?
What are we talking about
here?
But think about it. If you're a dude and you start hooking up with Jada Pinkett Smith, and now you have to put up with Will Smith like being around all the time, like I don't know.
I'd love that. Hanging out with Will Smith all the time.
You know, it's amazing talking about the fact that he'd be down to nothing and he can make it back again right away. I was watching a podcast with Dane Cook. You know, Dane Cook's brother like took all his money.
Really?
Like all his money, like wiped him out down to zero, and then he just went on tour again, and like 3 tours, and like he was back to where he was. Like,
really? Oh well, there you go.
Yeah, if Will Smith lost it all, he could do 5 movies, and he'd be a millionaire again.
Yeah, it would be like nothing to get it all back.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, would you be honest? Would you trade your life for his?
Absolutely.
I would not do it.
You would not for Will Smith?
No.
Why not?
Swinger, you would be okay with your husband being a fucking in an open relationship? No. That's the first thing. His kids are like I just feel like they don't have like a real family life. Like they're all off being celebrities and doing projects, and they like, you know what I mean? Like that. I don't like, they never probably come home and have dinner at 5:30 and.
Well, we don't know. I feel like
that's all mishmash anyway.
Whenever we hear about the Smiths,
it's overrated anyway.
I feel overrated. Like whenever we hear about them, I feel like it's a snippet here or there. We don't know what their day-to-day is like.
Yeah, but you know what though? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
This idea of like this power couple, mogul family, I don't know. To me, that is not appealing to me whatsoever. Like if I'm walking through my house and the possibility of me just walking through my house that I could wind up on fucking 6 different reality social media shows is not appealing at all.
Yeah, me either.
Like his wife's got a red tablecloth show, the daughter's on whatever Snapchat all the time, the son's off
again. You're sounding like an 85-year-old man.
But if you're the dad, you gotta maybe there's some rules like Thursdays and Fridays or whatever that Wednesdays. No, this is family day. You don't put on yourself. You don't do social media. You don't do this. You don't do that.
But you know what I was just going to say?
Turn the cameras off.
There's plenty of families who are not celebrities that don't eat dinner together every night.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
No, it's a little strange. I feel like if you don't have that down home time,
people make it work. All different types of. People work different hours. Everybody has different home lives.
Maybe.
So,
we are running through a quick episode. Pete Davidson's next after the Sopranos ending. We got to talk about this again because it's making news again. David Chase gave an interview to the Hollywood Reporter. Actually, he gave 2 interviews. He gave one to the Hollywood Reporter, and the other one is in the new Sopranos book that Steve Sciarippa and what's his name? Chris. In real life, Michael Imperioli, thank you. They just came out with a new book all about the Sopranos. They're doing huge podcast, the two of them. I haven't watched one episode in a long time, but when I was watching it a lot, it's a great podcast. Steve Sciarippa and Michael Imperioli. But
Good
he
plug,
kind of
good plug.
He kind of admitted that Tony dies. He's never come out and said it. But
I thought he did a while ago.
Yeah, I mean, they say that all the time, but this is what he said. This is the latest thing that he said. He said that the death scene that he had in his mind was not the scene that they wound up shooting, and he never thought to cut to black. 2 years prior to ending the show, he was thinking more of, this is actually pretty good too.
I mean, this ending.
I wouldn't have had this ending, but it's not a bad ending. Every show starts with Tony Soprano driving to New Jersey from New York. For people who don't know, that opening credits is literally going from New York to Jersey. And he thought that the last scene would be him coming back from New York, going to New Jersey, and he'd be killed on his way.
I think I would like that better because there was no real ending to the show.
Yeah.
So
I think that would have been great. That whole, every opening to every episode, that was the scene. That was his last.
Was a foreshadow to him dying.
Like, because it ends with him getting out of his car in his driveway of his house.
Right.
Really? I thought it ended. Wait a minute. I thought it ended in the restaurant.
No. The opening credits, I mean, of every episode.
Oh.
Yeah, the
Ends with
opening
him
credits,
getting
he
out.
gets out of the car, closes the door, walks to his house.
Yeah. So that would have been, if they just did that whole sequence and then continued it from there, that would be awesome.
I just don't who would it I like that idea, but I feel like the way they did it was better. And here's my proof.
Of course.
It has
You could do
been
no wrong.
14 years and people are still talking about this ending.
Yep.
Yeah, but are they talking about it in a positive way?
Did you like it?
Yes.
You did.
I was befuddled at first, but I
Oh my God! You should just go be on The Sopranos.
liked it. I like the interpretation of it because everybody has their
No.
own sort of ideas.
No.
By the way, now that it's revealed what happens, do you like it?
Well,
because there's no interpretation anymore.
Because really what he revealed was that he was going to kill him off this way. And then he goes on to say in the interview that he actually got mad that people were just wondering how Tony was going to die because they all just assumed that he was going to die. And he thought that was fucked up because it's like you watch this guy, you rooted for him doing all these shitty things to people. He did some really horrible things. And you were kind of always on his side, and now you want to see his face fall on a plate of spaghetti. It would have not been satisfying.
I think it would have been satisfying if he, I don't know, maybe not, but if he went to jail, got arrested in some way. I don't know. He never
I wouldn't
never
have
did
liked
time.
that, though.
No?
Because I think either way, the ending, whether he was killed or arrested or whatever, it was the end of his run. When you think about it, whether he was arrested or killed, it doesn't matter. The party is basically over, was the whole point. So that's just kind of what I like about it. By the way, the guy who directed the Many Saints of Newark, he thought he died, and so does Steve Sciarippa, Bobby Bacala. He says he was killed, and he says he was killed by somebody from New York, which doesn't make any sense to me because they just came to a settlement. Spoiler alert.
Settlement. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel, but that could have been all bullshit. They come to agreements all the time and then they get stabbed in the back.
I guess so, but it doesn't really make a ton of sense to do it that way. That's not really.
Yeah. I like, there was speculation over the people that were in that diner at the end. Like some of the guests, was that the guy from this episode? Was that I
saw that from years ago that the first girl looks like Janice Soprano and the two black guys walk in signifying the two black guys that Junior hired to kill him in the first season.
It would have been great if the Russian came back from the Pine Barrens episode.
The Russian, yeah.
That would have been good.
Yeah. I don't know.
One of his old gumads.
I like the way it ends. And people forget, you forget what it was like to be in that scene when you were first watching it. And you're looking at those black guys. You're looking at the guy who walked in with AJ.
Oh,
and he looked
it was edge of the seat. It was like insane. I remember watching it. I remember I was in my room by myself watching it in my bedroom, and I was living at home at the time. And my mom was in the living room watching it. And I was in my room, and when it happened, it just went black, and I went, "Ma, what's going on?" We thought the cable went out or something.
Yeah,
everybody, you know, and we were like, "It's doing it in here too." Oh my god, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, and then we were like, "What the hell?" It was so edgy. You see, we're like this. Wait, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen, and then, dude, stop. And I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, come on."
You got to live in his shoes for 45 seconds, and it was fucking terrifying.
Yeah, but you know, it felt like we were on this journey for how many 6 seasons, and we just went. You know, it was just a very rug pull moment. Like we were there for every step, and the last step was, you know, we get the blindfold thrown on us.
I liked it, and I also think we would have gotten more too if he was still alive. If he didn't die, I feel like we would have had a movie for sure.
That was a big loss when he died.
And you can't kill him and have a movie. You know, it doesn't make any sense.
It's true. By the way, if I leave again, it's because my iPhone blew up because it keeps overheating. Just to let you know.
Yeah, you got to get a new iPhone. You got to join us in this century.
What about a laptop? No, don't you have a laptop in the house?
It's this program. I don't know why. What it does to my phone.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Right, well, here's your topic.
Okay. Just as long as I get this done. That's
Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson. You want me to start here? Give you my impressions of. See, the people that are listening are really losing out on the visuals that J Sabs provides. When I first saw this, the first story was what, 2 or 3 days ago?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, oh, they were seen, but they've been friends, and it's not that big of a deal. And then it was like, hey, remember? Yeah, they're friends, but remember they kissed on the season finale one episode, and now it's they had fucking dinner in Staten Island. Like, she's banging Pete Davidson. You know how I know that?
How you know? Because no one goes to Staten Island.
Thank
for
you.
anything.
Especially billionaires. Billionaires do not go to Staten Island because there is no reason for regular people to go to Staten Island, let alone a fucking billionaire.
Why were they in Staten? I know he lives there, but
yeah,
come on, go somewhere else.
Here's what I thought.
You're a billionaire. Eat anywhere.
All right. Just when they spotted in Disneyland the other day, it was like, all right, you know, said this before. Maybe his penis is like a little big, you know. When I heard that they were in Staten Island, she was in Staten Island, I was like, it's huge, and his tongue goes at least 60 miles per hour. There you go. That's it. That's my thought.
Maybe he has a great personality. You ever think of that?
I mean, it's an okay personality, but
what the?
Not that I think he's ugly. There is something attractive about him.
Is there?
Maybe it's his humor, because I feel like
I don't get that either.
At least for me, humor is big for women. That's
sure.
what she said.
But
so
I think he's a little. Correct me if I'm wrong here, and Anthony's going to disagree with me.
You're telling me that's the only way I've been able to get women. It's clearly not been anything else but the humor. Go ahead.
You sure?
I think he's a little overrated. I don't think he's as talented as everybody. His stand-ups aren't that great, and for what he does on SNL, it's like almost you could put anybody in that seat and he could do it.
But I did like that stupid King of Staten Island movie. I did like it. And I didn't want to, but I did. So that's the thing.
Was he good in it? Was he?
I've been dying to see that because it's Apatow. It's Judd Apatow.
And Bill Burr's in it.
Yeah, I mean, right. It's hard to fuck that up.
But
with those two.
I'm sorry. His kick has got to be huge, and his tongue. Seriously.
Yeah.
It has. There's. I don't get
it. Could be.
Girthy though, right? It's probably girthy.
Yes.
There, you know.
Has to.
Because I mean, Kim has been with some dudes and some documented that have been pretty impressive.
Right.
In the old tool department.
Right.
I mean,
exactly.
You never know, and you don't know till you get there.
Till you take a test drive.
You take a test drive. You don't know how it handles.
Right.
But, so who knows? Who knows what's going on?
I actually agree with Frank. I don't think his stand-up is that great. I fell asleep during one of them, but I love him. I love him on Weekend Update being him. That's the funniest Pete Davidson.
He's just shit. He's like Beavis and Butthead, basically.
It's just it's reminiscent of Fallon. It's just it's the writing's better than I think the talent.
Yeah, but he's the one writing it, and he's the one when he was doing all that material on dating Ariana Grande and then dating who was the other one he dated? Beckinsale? Was it Kate Beckinsale? Mm-hmm. I mean, that shit was funny. Like he was predicting their breakup before, I mean, it was just fun. He was great at it. That's very, very funny shit to write.
He was good at it. I don't know if he was great at it. I mean, it's great, and then
you have a hard time admitting people are funny.
No, I love that. No, not at all. There's
outside of Seinfeld.
There's a handful of people that I think
he's like, I said Seinfeld was funny.
There are a handful of people I think are overrated. Jimmy Fallon is one of them.
Really?
I think Pete Davidson's another. Jimmy Fallon, probably the nicest guy in the world. I don't know, but
he is.
I think most of his comedy comes from the writing. He's not off the cuff funny. He doesn't sit there and riff with his guests. He just sits there and laughs at what they're saying and doesn't add anything really to it.
Wow. Tell me how you really feel. Holy shit.
Oh, you want to talk? You want me to?
I think you don't like Jimmy Fallon because he's safe. He doesn't ruffle feathers or he's not edgy.
He never does really. No, I don't care about it. You could be. I like what's his name. Gaffigan is not edgy, but I think he's funny.
Oh, see, I don't think he's funny at all. I don't think he's even. I think
he's got a great style, a great stand-up that is unique, and he knows what he's doing. He's got great timing. I liked his show when he had his show out. But it's just Fallon to me. The natural talent. I feel like, yeah, all right. He could play the guitar. He could do 3 or 4 or 5 impressions. It's okay, but I don't see any raw like.
I mean. From SNL to the host of the Tonight Show, like that's a
I feel
big
like
thing.
It is a huge thing, but I feel like it's unearned. I don't know.
Wow.
I think there was a mountain of people that could have done a better job.
You know what? I forgot that I met him a couple of years ago when they had the Apple store opening in Grand Central Station, and there was a whole bunch of celebrities there. And I happened to go on my lunch hour. I didn't know what was happening. And he was just like going around saying, "Hi, how are you?" And he said, "Hi, how are you?" And I was like,
yeah, no, I'm sure he's the nicest guy.
Very nice. And what's his name? The drummer in the Roots. What's his fucking name?
Questlove.
So nice. We had probably like a 10-minute conversation.
Nice.
And I was like, this guy is so nice. He was not full of himself. I don't know. He was like a regular guy, really, honestly. Just very nice.
Oh, that's great.
I feel like Frank digs on Fallon all the time because he knows this is our header on the website.
Not at all.
He loves to just shit on Fallon.
Oh God.
I think he got something like he inherited a show that is just out of his depth.
You think it's?
I know everybody loves him. I know everybody loves him, and he's a great. And he does fine, but all he does is he plays games with his guests, and he doesn't really do anything funny. It's all about what the guests are doing, and he just sits back and laughs at it mostly.
Oh come on! You don't like his thank you letters?
Oh, the thank you notes are great, but that's all the writing, I guess, right, Frank?
What I'm saying is, you look at any other late night host. And they could, on the spot, come out with stuff and riff back and forth with their guests or whoever. And just their time, everything is off the cuff. Conan could be funny at the drop of a hat. You don't even have to doubt it. He's hysterical all the time. Even Seth Meyers, he could be hysterical with his guests. He jokes back and forth.
I don't think he even compares to Fallon at all.
Even the stand-up. I loved Seth Meyers' stand-up. It was great.
All right.
I never really heard Fallon do anything like that wasn't already written that was hilarious. That he didn't come up. I'm sure he writes with everybody, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like you take him out and put almost anybody in that spot, they'll do the same thing.
Wow.
Nothing special that he brings to the table is my opinion.
Maybe Pete Davidson could.
What's in that glass?
I wish water.
Okay.
Go ahead, Pete Davidson. What?
Could fill in for him, and him and his big old cock could fill in for him.
Well, Pete can fill in for Jimmy. His dick can fill in for Questlove.
There you go. Hey, nothing against Jimmy. Listen, Jimmy Fallon.
You've had a grudge for a long time.
No grudge. I'm just thinking he's a little overrated. That's all.
You never went to a show taping, right?
No.
Maybe if you went, you change your mind a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. I've never gone to any show taping.
Really?
Really?
I feel like you have to.
I went.
If you're a New Yorker, you have to.
It was incredible. I saw Letterman. It was unbelievable.
I would love to. I
saw Letterman and Conan, and Jimmy Fallon too.
Really? You saw Fallon? Mm-hmm. Wait, the Late Show or the Tonight Show?
It was the Tonight Show.
Wow.
Years ago, and actually no, it was like 4 years ago.
How long has he been doing? He's been doing the Tonight Show for a long time now, hasn't he?
Well, he got a 10-year contract last. I don't know when that was, but I feel like we're halfway through it.
And he did come out and talk to us between stuff. He did, Frank.
Yeah,
I didn't say he doesn't talk to people. Was he funny?
Yes, he was.
The only thing I ever really didn't love about Jimmy Fallon was that he apologized for the Trump interview. I always fucking hated that.
Oh,
you hate when
really?
You hate when anybody apologizes.
Why would he apologize for that, though?
Because everybody was so mad that he got elected, and they were looking for somebody to blame, and then all of us, like everybody and their mother, was putting Trump on TV because he was ratings during that election, during 2016. He went on every single talk show everywhere, but for some reason they fucking honed in on this Fallon thing, like the fact that
go on every talk show.
Fallon tousled his hair, got this guy elected. It's just such bullshit. And they fucking made him apologize.
What they were mad at was that he was a politician with all of this controversy, and he didn't ask him any questions, really. He just
That's not his show, though. He doesn't do that.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
None of these guys really push the envelope.
Not saying he should have. I'm just telling you what they were mad at.
And he was like, I heard, he was like, I really felt bad. It's like, what? Fuck those people. You shouldn't feel bad. You did what everybody else did. Everybody just wanted to blame you for that. And I think part of the reason why they were blaming him is because they know he's such a nice guy and he's going to feel bad and want to apologize.
Didn't do what everybody else
he is
did.
A nice guy. See? Mm-hmm.
Anyway, back to Kim Kardashian. She left the I feel like this is important to the story. She left the Ritz-Carlton in Midtown Manhattan to go to Staten Island for fucking pizza.
Let me tell you something. If she went back to his mom's house.
Let me guess. He has a big dick? Okay, just wondering where this was going.
Nothing says big dick like I'm going to leave a 5-star Midtown hotel, travel 2.5 hours,
right,
to go to Staten fucking Island for pizza.
On up it. Nothing said 70 miles per hour tongue like that. Okay?
No shit. No shit. But could any sex be that good? I just don't know. That is
go to Staten Island for it. I don't know either.
Island. Yeah. Does anybody understand how far you can throw? Brett Favre could probably throw a football from Manhattan to Staten Island. It still would take 2.5 hours to get there by car at any time.
Yep.
That's true. It sucks going to Staten Island.
SNL is new, I believe, this week. So this is what I'm excited for. Like, they're going to have to address this, right?
Going to have
I'm sure
to.
they will.
So I can't wait for that.
If I was going to write the bit, I would have like half the cast come out and like casts and like their eyes and be like, what happened? And like Pete Davidson was really excited and he was just knocking over lamps and taking people out and, you know, that kind of shit.
I don't get it.
He has a huge penis.
I see. I got it.
And unfortunately, his penis maybe clipped somebody in the shin and sent them to the hospital. They had to walk around on crutches.
Got it. Is that the rumor? Is that what everybody's saying, or is that something that you just came up with for the show? But is that like the thing, like that? That's why he's
got a huge dick,
right? Is that like the rumor?
Well, what is it? Because this guy's gotten Ariana Grande, Kate Beckinsale, who's okay. Say what you want about Ariana Grande about being like a pinhead or whatever. I'm sure she's got a decent amount of intelligence to her. Kate Beckinsale, who is like a genius. I feel like that was just trending that she's like a genius or something. And she's gorgeous. And now he's on to the third, a fucking billionaire who has basically played every card right for the last 15 years. Like, what is it? There's got to be something about it.
Right. There's something about him. I mean, and
he's what's popular right now.
Girls like funny guys. Girls like funny guys. Girls also, like. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go.
Girls like guys who can make them laugh. Like to me, that's an important thing.
But I was also going to say girls like guys who are broken.
Yeah, that's true too.
And he's got a good amount of baggage and problems to go along with him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, I mean,
anxiety, depression.
His dad died in 9/11. It's not easy. It's not an easy life to live. You know, I don't know. Plus, also, if you think about it, this could be yet another brilliant move from Kim, who just does nothing but make brilliant fucking moves in public life. Of who would piss Kanye West off?
Because he's made jokes about Kanye on SNL. So
yeah,
who hasn't?
Right.
Like,
no, that's true.
Even if like Brad Pitt, I don't think would piss Kanye off because it's like, oh, it's Brad Pitt. But Pete Davidson will piss off your ex.
Imagine he texted her, I can't believe you went to fucking Staten Island for Pete Davidson.
Meanwhile, Kanye West is at some weird mass thing that he put together with Marilyn Manson and I don't know who the other person was, and he shaved his eyebrows off. Did you see that?
Yeah,
Kanye West has no eyebrows now for some reason.
It's a cult something.
Yee? Is that what he? Or Ye?
Oh yeah, we never talked about that. Did he change his name to Yee?
Is it Yee?
Yeah.
Yeah, Y-E.
Which has been his name on Twitter forever. So
legally, that's his real name now.
I guess so. I feel like he's just. I'm tired of. I can't.
It's one gimmick after another.
That's all it is. He's just trying. He's just gimmick after gimmick after gimmick, and it's like it's just. Gimmick.
But you know what? It works. I don't know why. He could throw a banana cream pie at the wall and go, "This is my new album." Right now, the audio is just the sound of the pie hitting the wall. And but sell millions of copies.
How much staying power does that really have, though?
Doesn't matter. It's gonna sell, and tomorrow it'll be forgotten, but it's sold already.
Like I was thinking about that. I was thinking about like reality TV shows and like The Sopranos. Like the fact that I'm still watching The Sopranos, and we're still talking about it. And you have all these reality TV shows that, by all means, probably had bigger audiences at the time. But can you name like one reality TV show that you have fucking stuck with? Like one gimmick? Like I think about we're going to auction off old storage units. Like I watched like I watched a bunch of those episodes for a while. Now you couldn't pay me to watch that shit. Honey Boo Boo was the same thing. And The Real Housewives of whatever the fuck. Like I watched a couple of seasons of that. Now I can't stand any of that shit.
I know. I like the competition ones. I could watch those. but I can't watch the Real
Survivor.
Housewives of this and that. I've never watched it. I don't think I've ever watched an episode of Survivor in my
Me
life.
either.
I love that. We watched it for a long time.
Do you still watch it?
No.
Can you
I
name
want
a
to
Can you name a
Can
hokey reality show that you still watch?
No.
Yeah.
I watch a
Like
lot
from
of
back
cooking
in the
ones,
day, like
but not hokey
Mm-mm.
ones. No.
What about you, Frank? Did you about to say something?
I watch like the cooking ones. I like those, like the Gordon Ramsay ones.
Yeah,
But
even those,
like
I
those are
can't-
good.
I can't even like. I'll stick to. I'll if Chopped is on and I'm just gonna want to throw something on. Okay, fine.
it's hard to watch just a random episode of that because they follow the whole season and it's like you can't just jump
Yeah.
in the middle.
Right.
And the rewatchability isn't really there too much.
No,
Mm.
you never think. Oh, I want to watch.
Yeah.
Season 3, episode 4 of that fucking show again. It's
Yeah.
like, what?
The only one I'll say that about though, Kitchen Nightmares is kind of rewatchable.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
It is, but did you see his new fucking show now?
24 hours. That one.
No, he's got a new show where it's like level of cooking. There's 3 kitchens on one stacked on top of the other. And if you don't do well, you get pushed down to the bottom kitchen, which has shittier ingredients. Like, it's so fucking stupid. It's so stupid.
Oh, man.
That and this other show. Did you see the one where it's they have the camera in their face and it's just their avatars that are out there singing, and they're
What?
judging the avatar singing?
Yeah, I saw that. And you know what? No. That's as
Never heard
horrible
of
as that
this.
other one that I fucking can't stand. Mass Singer.
Masked Singer I got into a little bit because it's kind of cool to see who, to see who's under the
it's
thing.
horrible.
Horrible,
You're right.
awful.
It's never, they always guess the biggest names you could think of, and it's of course they're not going to do this show.
And they're so convinced. Oh, it's definitely them. No.
Yeah.
I can't watch that show. I can't.
I don't understand it because you see all these places losing viewership to Netflix and real shows and series and even YouTube and everybody is siphoning off and they're just like leaning into the ridiculous even farther. Like that's gonna fucking help.
They
Right.
put them on the streaming stuff. Like that show, they'll air it and then the very next day it's on Hulu.
Right.
So they work together. I don't know why you would watch it. I guess the spoilers. You don't want to see spoilers.
No.
You'd watch it live.
I don't know. It's fucking brutal.
Hold on.
You guys
My
got any-
it's gonna tell me.
What?
I'm gonna blow up in a minute.
Okay. You got anything else before you go, Jay Sam's cousin update? Anything going on there? Nothing
No. Nothing new.
He's still alive?
He's still alive.
That's good.
Yeah.
Is he home? Is he in America?
He is. He's not too far away from where Anthony lives. So
And is the girl, I'm sorry, I don't know her name, is she in Turkey or is she here?
she's in Turkey. Yeah, she can't come here.
She can't come here even to visit.
Nope, visa problems. That's it.
Ah,
I'm pretty
it's
sure.
everywhere you want to be.
I'm pretty sure Trump closed the country, didn't he? I thought that's what he did.
Did he?
Ooh.
Like,
And Frank was
9
wearing
months
red.
ago?
Thank you, Frank. Thank you for wearing red.
I'm wearing a radio.
And I'm leaving.
So you are a Republican?
No, not.
Wait, I have to throw this last thing out
Wait.
there.
Oh,
Oh,
go ahead.
shit. Wait, hold on.
The
I
hell is
screwed
this?
it up. Oh, don't forget to go to the merch store. Some
Yeah,
merch.
thanks.
Before it dies.
We put this picture out of the 3 of us hanging out at Janine's boyfriend.
Whatever. You could call him that.
Feels like a boyfriend, doesn't he?
He's not funny enough to be my husband. Go ahead.
Janine's
Single.
husband's a thing. No, it's not letting me go to the fucking thing. I don't know. This one guy had this great comment where he's like, Frank said he wasn't at this, and the evidence points to the contrary. I was fucking rolling.
I'm sure he was just being facetious.
I was
God.
fucking rolling. This is a great picture of us. I think this is gonna be our publicity shots.
Yeah, let me see. Yes.
I'll give you a publicity shot.
You have most relevant. That's why.
At least do a better job photoshopping it.
That's not Photoshop. That you were there.
Oh, that's true.
Here's what I want to know. Why can't we get fun out in the club, Frank, on the podcast? That's what I would love.
Because
if we can get this guy to show up here, that would be great. Don't you agree,
seriously?
Janine?
You really want that guy here?
I want that guy here.
Yeah, the guy who's out having fun at the club, dancing, buying drinks for everybody, making jokes.
Oh, God. That one's starting to you.
Murderer from here up. Woman's body from here down.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Clearly the audience is on my side. All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. A little bit of a short show tonight. We'll catch up on the next one for sure. Links in the description below. Get your Jumpstart Coffee Company, and we'll catch you on the next one. Huge. I feel like I should, Frank, put your one hand out.
Oh. That's about right.
That's Pete Davidson right now. That's where he.
Good for him.
Yeah, and Janine that's his balls. Janine's doing balls. We're doing Pete.
Man,
it's fucking impressive.
Good luck, Kim.